obviously I wanted to get the job done. But that's my stubborn side. Like, it's easy to go somewhere and go and win a championship with somebody else. It's easy. I could go. I don't want to put anybody in the spot, but I could go to a super team and just do my part and win a championship. Still won. But this is the hard way to do it, and this is the way I chose to do it, and we did it. Fucking did it. We did it, man.
Jim, here we go. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Listen to that intro, just a little, go back and rewind it if you need to. Giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Let me dive into this Brooklyn Nets situation, all right? Because in many ways, the catastrophic nature of the entire franchise right now, the fact that the entire franchise has gotten blown up, creates a very, very valid lesson for anybody that's getting started out in business. Anybody that has recently bought into a franchise, is trying to own their own, is trying to create a franchising model, is trying to do things, is trying to run whatever startup company. Here's some advice from your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, all right? Start building and stop buying, all right? Stop trying to buy a championship organization. Stop trying to buy things and start building. Let me just give you an example. Look at the state of the NBA, all right? If we're gonna use the NBA as an example. You got James Harden, you got Russell Westbrook, you got Kevin Durant. All three of these players at one point were on the same team, and all three of these players are former MVPs whose careers are going all over the place at this point. All over the place, right? And when you look at the organizations that are constantly in the mix, the Boston Celtics, the Miami Heat, the Milwaukee Bucks, shout out Giannis, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm telling my nephew to look up to anybody in the NBA, it is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Loyalty and building an organization from the core, building it in the small market. Think about this. The Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics competed to see who was going to go to the finals. They did this without KG, without LeBron, without Wade, without Bosh, without Ray Allen, without Paul Pierce, all of those big names that was really big when the rivalry was thumping. They still were able to bounce back on their feet because they had the likes of Pat Riley and Danny Ainge and the people that really built the organization. When it comes to Brooklyn is a brand new franchise that they didn't even really recruit Kevin Durant like that. It just so happened that Kevin Durant wanted to go there, so they took him because he's Kevin Durant. But the truth is, it's a brand new franchise. They're still competing when it comes to that fan base in New York. There's tons of Knicks fans that have been on record saying that Brooklyn is not a real New York team. All right, so they're competing with that, and then you go and bring in these high-priced superstars, right? They had two MVPs on the league. At one point it was James Harden and Kevin Durant on the team. Recently they had to get rid of James Harden, and then they had Kyrie Irving, who's a superstar in himself. And all of that just exploded in their face because they didn't have a strong nucleus. And then you tried to bring in Steve Nash, who had no coaching experience at all. This is what I mean when I say, look, there's tons of businesses, tons of startup companies, tons of you guys that are listening to me. Right? Listen, I've dealt with quite a few. I won't put any names out there right now, but I've dealt with quite a few who have this problem. They have this issue of, because you're new and because you're just happy to be in business, and again, I've dealt with the problem myself. You're just happy to bring someone on, when the truth is you got to start building from a nucleus standpoint. Again, like I was telling you a couple weeks ago, when it comes to why Andy Reid is constantly competing, it's because he has a strong system, a strong nucleus. The reason that the Miami Heat were able to cater and were able to be continue to be a great organization, is they had that man back there, Pat Riley, wheeling and dealing in the front office. He's been around dynasties, he's been around championship teams, he played on the Lakers, he knows what it takes. Again, Brooklyn don't got nobody like that. It's not happening, Slim. It's not happening. So it's very, very important lesson. And this is, again, like I said, if there's a player that I would tell you young cats or any of you business folks who are really trying to build a solid organization, if there's any player that I would really recommend that you look at, is that man, that Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, loyal to the small market team. It would have been so easy for him to leave Milwaukee. There were so many offers coming his way, and he stayed loyal. You remember when he won the championship? I mean, listen, this is how ridiculous. And I'll close you out with this. Think about this, right? The year Milwaukee won the championship and all of that stuff went down, that offseason, that summer when Durant decided to go to Brooklyn and with Kyrie and all that shit, there were debates. There were actual debates. There were debates on television about the Lakers versus the Brooklyn Nets in the championship. They were already dubbing they were already starting the finals in the summer and shit like that. And that's the problem with the NBA. The media, these so-called experts, just stop watching that shit, especially if you want to be in business. Don't consume too much of that shit because it just teaches you the wrong thing. Understand, the thing to extract, the thing to take away from today's Move Swiftly thought, which by the way comes out every single day, is start building. Start looking to build an organization and stop trying to buy an organization. There's a huge difference. I strongly recommend, and I'll put a picture of it on this video, makeyourmove.com. That's makeyaMove.com. I have a free ebook, 100% free ebook that you can download that is titled How to Create Loyal Employees. How to create loyal employees. Make sure you get a copy of that.